More and more people, especially those from the middle and lower classes, are trapped in a routine that seems to have no end. Getting up every morning, going to work, receiving a salary that barely covers the expenses of the month, and hoping that one day things will get better. But is this really the only way to live? What if I told you there was another way, one that could transform everything and allow you to achieve true financial freedom? Despite advanced technology, online platforms, and global access to markets and customers, many people are still trapped in the old-fashioned way of working, where time is the only valued resource. However, this is a paradigm that needs to be broken. In today's world, the possibilities for generating income are much broader, and the barriers to starting your own business have decreased significantly. The key is no longer how long you can work, but how capable you are of creating value and opportunities from your own vision and passion. Consider for a moment that each hour you work is only a fraction of what you are really worth. If someone is limited to being compensated only for the hours worked, then they are, in a sense, renting their time, as if it were a commodity exchangeable for money. However, the people who manage to accumulate wealth, those who leave a significant mark on this world, are those who understand that time is not something to be sold, but rather to be managed as a valuable asset. These people don't let others dictate how they spend their time. They become the architects of their own destiny and make decisions that reflect their autonomy and vision. When you think about true financial freedom, it's not about how much money you have in your bank account, but about the ability to control your time. Owning your own time means having the opportunity to decide when and how you want to work, who you want to work with, and what projects you are passionate about. Instead of limiting yourself to a daily routine that depends on the demands of an employer, you can build a business that fits your desires and lifestyle. This, in essence, is true freedom, having the power to decide and act at your own pace. It is essential to understand that, although technology has made the tools for entrepreneurship more accessible, genuine success is not something that happens overnight. Building a solid business and a prosperous financial life requires, above all, patience, perseverance, and a clear and strategic vision. It's easy to get carried away by the excitement of seeing inspiring stories of great success. But what is often overlooked is that behind these achievements are years of hard work, sacrifice, mistakes, and most of all, unwavering determination. Let's remember for a moment the history of Amazon. In its early days, this company was just an online bookstore that generated modest revenues and faced doubts from many investors who did not believe in its business model. However, those with a long-term vision understood the potential of a platform that could transform the way people bought products. They bet on it, trusted in its growth, and over time, Amazon not only became the giant of e-commerce, but also a global benchmark for innovation and technological diversification. This story shows that in many cases, success is not determined by what is seen in the short term, but by the ability to maintain vision and perseverance to achieve a promising future. The lesson here is that great ideas and the most successful projects don't always start with big numbers, but rather it's the long-term decisions, backed by a resilient attitude, that really make the difference. This concept is also reflected in the story of Elon Musk and the Tesla company. When he took a key role at Tesla in its early days, the company was facing enormous challenges, from financial problems to widespread skepticism about electric vehicles. But Musk had an ambitious vision: to revolutionize the automotive industry and accelerate the global transition to sustainable energy. Through constant innovation, such as the development of the Model S and the creation of the supercharger network, Tesla not only exceeded expectations, it redefined what it means to be an automotive company in the 21st century. Musk faced criticism, financial risks, and technological challenges, but his persistence and ability to execute his vision transformed Tesla into one of the most influential companies in the world, with a market capitalization of $1.3 trillion. The lesson here is clear. Great ideas require resilience and constant execution to become reality. We live in a unique time in which opportunities are within reach. However, we often find that crises, economic problems, and difficult times are seen by most as insurmountable obstacles. This perspective, although understandable, limits our ability to adapt and find solutions. The real key is to learn to see beyond the difficulties and discover that in every challenge there is a lesson and an opportunity waiting to be seized. Adversity, when handled intelligently, can be an excellent teacher. Instead of letting ourselves be overwhelmed by obstacles, we must adopt a mindset that allows us to see the opportunities in the midst of the storm. This does not mean that adversity is something to be desired, but rather that it is an opportunity to evolve and learn to navigate the turbulent waters of life and business. When we manage to overcome the victim mentality and take responsibility for our own future, the doors of opportunity open before us. Even in the most difficult times, there is always a possibility for creation and growth. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to us, we must be proactive and become the architects of our own destiny. And if you find today's content interesting, I encourage you to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Let's continue. The life of an average person is marked by a path full of financial challenges. It is not uncommon to find those who live paycheck to paycheck, trapped in an endless cycle of debt and financial deprivation. This scenario is not the product of laziness or lack of effort. Rather, it is the result of certain limiting beliefs and insufficient financial education. We often hear phrases like, hard work is the best way to make a living, or a college degree guarantees financial success. However, these concepts are not only wrong, they perpetuate a mindset that prevents people from reaching their true economic potential. Hard work alone is not the solution. Look around you. Millions of people are working long hours, trying their best, but their financial lives are showing no significant improvement. The problem is not a lack of effort, but the direction of that effort. While hard work is necessary, it is not enough. It is like rowing without a clear course. No matter how hard you try, you will not reach any destination. What truly transforms lives is not the amount of work, but the quality of the financial decisions we make and the knowledge we acquire about how money works. Another common myth is that formal education guarantees financial stability. It's true that education opens doors and opportunities, but it doesn't necessarily teach you how to manage your finances. The world is full of people with prestigious degrees who still struggle to maintain financial balance. This is because the educational system, for the most part, does not include financial education. Young people spend years learning complex math or world history, but they are never taught how to budget, invest, or even understand the power of compound interest. And then there is the belief that a good job will solve all financial problems. Many people aspire to get high-paying jobs, thinking that will be enough to secure their future. But income alone does not guarantee wealth. What really matters is how that income is managed. How many times have we seen high-paid people trapped in a lifestyle that prevents them from saving or investing? In simple terms, the core problem lies in the mindset. From a young age, we are taught to view money in limiting ways. Many believe that money is the root of all evil, that those who possess it in abundance must have done something dishonest to get it. This type of thinking is a huge obstacle to financial progress. In reality, money is a tool, a neutral resource that can be used for both good and evil. It is simply an amplifier of human qualities. If you are a generous person without money, with money you will be even more generous. If you are selfish, money will not change that. It will only make it more obvious. That's why it's crucial to understand that money should have a place in our pockets and not in our hearts. It's not about idolizing money or being emotionally dependent on it, but rather learning to see it as a means to achieve goals, generate impact, and build a legacy. True financial freedom comes not from accumulating large amounts of wealth, but from having control over your resources and decisions. Therefore, control over your finances begins with knowledge. Unfortunately, most people lack a deep understanding of how money works. Many assume that in order to make money, you first need to have money. But this idea is false. Examples are everywhere. Entrepreneurs who started with nothing more than an idea, investors who started with small amounts and multiplied their resources thanks to their knowledge and strategies. The key is not how much money you have at the beginning, but how much you know about how to grow it. Financial literacy includes understanding concepts like compound interest, cash flow, and investment diversification. For example, Compound interest is a powerful tool that can turn small amounts into fortunes over time. Yet few people really understand how it works or how to take advantage of it. This is knowledge that should be taught in schools but rarely is. Another critical aspect is learning how to make informed decisions. Many people make the mistake of investing in assets or markets they don't understand, simply because they heard they were good opportunities. But without the proper knowledge, these investments can turn into financial disasters. Wealth comes not from what you do, but from how much you know about what you do. Investing in financial education is perhaps the best investment anyone can make. It's not just about reading books or taking courses, but about applying that knowledge in daily life. It's also essential to change our relationship with failure. In the world of finance, mistakes are inevitable. There will be times when you make the wrong decisions or lose money on an investment. But every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. The most successful entrepreneurs in the world didn't get to the top by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from every stumble and constantly adapting. This is something we can all do if we have the right mindset. Wealth, ultimately, isn't measured in terms of money alone. It's measured in terms of freedom, choice, and the ability to live a life aligned with your values and goals. But to get to this point, we must first free ourselves from the limiting beliefs that have held us back for so long. We need to adopt a growth mindset, be willing to learn and implement new strategies, and be persistent in our quest for financial independence. Another key concept to achieving this goal is understanding the importance of generating multiple sources of income. Relying on just one source, such as a salary, is risky and limits your possibilities. Instead, diversifying your income, whether through investments, side businesses, or property, gives you stability and flexibility. This diversification doesn't happen overnight, but it is an achievable goal if you work at it consistently. Also, let's not underestimate the power of living below our means. This is one of the most basic yet effective principles of financial education. It doesn't matter how much you earn if you spend more than you earn. And let's not forget the impact we can have on others. Once you reach a level of financial stability, you have the opportunity to use your resources to help others, whether it's by sharing your knowledge, supporting important causes, or investing in projects that benefit your community. Money, as we mentioned before, is just a tool. Its true value is measured by what you do with it and the impact you have on the world. In conclusion, the path to financial freedom is not easy, but it is within reach of all those willing to change their mindset, gain knowledge, and take action. It is not about how much you work, or how many degrees you have, or even how much money you make. What matters most is how much you understand money and how you manage it. Changing your perspective on money can change your life. And that change starts today. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, because that moment will never come on its own. The opportunities are right in front of you. Are you ready to take advantage of them? Leave us your opinion in the comments. If this video has inspired you, don't forget to share it and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving valuable content. See you in the next video.